Life is often romanticized as a journey of beauty, love, and meaning. But let's be honest, if life were truly so good, why is suicide one of the leading causes of death worldwide? If happiness were the default state, why do so many people choose to opt out of existence altogether? The reality is that for a vast number of people, life is nothing short of hell. Whether you believe in a literal underworld or not, the conditions of modern existence often resemble something out of a dystopian nightmare, where suffering is the norm and joy is a privilege that few can afford. Find hobbies, they say. Do what you love, they suggest, as if fulfillment is as easy as picking up a paintbrush or strumming a guitar. But here's the problem: time and money. Hobbies cost money. Even the simplest ones, art, music, gaming, sports, require supplies, equipment, or fees. Want to travel? That's a luxury. Want to read books? Even libraries aren't free of cost. Transportation, time, late fees, etc. Hobbies require time. If you're grinding away at a soul-crushing job, when do you have time to enjoy life? After an exhausting shift? On your one day off when you're too tired to move? Hobbies require mental energy. If you're constantly anxious about rent, bills, healthcare, or basic survival, how do you focus on creative pursuits or personal growth? For a lot of people, enjoying life is not an option. It's a fantasy sold to them by those who have the privilege to live it. If life is hell, then who are the demons? The short answer: the elite who thrive off the misery of the masses. It seems that in order for a select few to remain at the top, suffering must be systematically distributed downward. Massive greed fuels suffering. Billionaires exist while millions starve. Resources are hoarded while people sleep on the streets. Corporations push for endless growth at the expense of human well-being. The labor trap: to live, you must work. But to work, you must sell your time, often for wages that barely cover the basics. The lucky few who break free are outliers, not the norm. Inequality is by design. The system ensures that some people remain trapped at the bottom. Wages stagnate while costs rise. Opportunities are gate-kept. Debt keeps people shackled. It's almost as if the elite signed some sort of Faustian contract. In exchange for power and wealth, they must actively contribute to the suffering of others, whether through exploitation, manipulation, or hoarding resources that could alleviate pain. Suicide. The evidence that life is hell. If life were truly a gift, people wouldn't be returning it in record numbers. Suicide isn't just an unfortunate statistic, it's a symptom of a world that fails so many people. Suicide is a leading cause of death globally, especially among young people. If life was so fulfilling, why are so many choosing to end theirs? Mental health care is a privilege, not a right. Therapy is expensive. Medication is expensive. Time to heal, also expensive. Those who suffer often have no real support system. The weight of existence is unbearable for many. The pressure to succeed, to constantly work, to meet unrealistic societal expectations, it's exhausting. Some people simply don't see a way out. Society treats suicide like a tragedy, while ignoring the systems that drive people to it. It's not a personal failure, it's a logical response to a world that often feels unlivable. Work hard and you'll succeed. The lie that keeps people complacent. From childhood, we're fed a comforting lie. If you work hard, you'll achieve success. This myth serves one purpose: to keep people grinding, believing that their suffering has meaning when in reality, it's just fueling a machine that was never built for their benefit. Hard work without connections or privilege leads to burnout, not success. The richest people are often not the hardest workers, but the best at exploiting others. Even those who make it often do so at the cost of their own well-being, sacrificing mental health, relationships, and time they'll never get back. So is there a way out? If life is hell, is escape even possible? The truth is, there's no easy answer. Some people find small ways to carve out happiness despite the system. Others find meaning in resistance, challenging the forces that keep people in misery. But one thing is clear: the first step to escaping hell is recognizing that you're in it. Once you see the system for what it is, you at least have a fighting chance to push back. Whether that means rejecting false narratives, reclaiming your time, or finding ways to build a life that doesn't rely on the illusion of just work harder. And if you're one of the lucky ones who actually has time and money to enjoy life, more power to you. Just remember that your comfort likely comes at a cost, one that someone, somewhere is paying.